Hey guys, so I'm gonna try to download this later. I have no room on my phone, but I'm gonna try to post it to other places and try to get it seen. Right now, even though my case was told to be dismissed, and it wasn't only after someone in the drug trade had a meeting with my lawyer, and by the way, it's been 2 years and I haven't had a meeting with my lawyer. Ever. It's been 2 years. I've never had a meeting with any lawyer, with any public defender. So this is with me not ever having a meeting, but them somehow having time to have a meeting with somebody that's in the drug trade, the international drug trade. Okay, like I know for a fact that this person is in the drug trade. It wasn't until after that meeting that they said my court case wasn't dismissed anymore, even though they told me it was. Now there's supposedly bench warrants, even though I showed up via Zoom. I told them that I could not show up in person, that I was not able to, because they have put me unconscious during a court hearing. And they burned down the terminal building because of a court hearing and killed somebody because of a court hearing. And they also have put me through severe pain and suffering when I got arrested. And they did a lot of damage. And they probably are the ones causing my seizures and my head injury and everything. Along with the people that they enable. I mean, there's not really anybody else that would be injuring my head to this degree. It's the people that they enable, it's the criminals that they enable when I'm sleeping and they're doing things to me. And it's the police. And I, honestly, there's been a few times where I have woken up feeling like my head was kicked in, and the only people around at all at that night, this happened 2 times, they were in a vehicle that went and talked to the police. They went over to the police and talked to the police. And I couldn't find anybody else around. And if they were trying to report somebody else, you would think that they would come up to me and see if I was okay. Right? So I've been suspicious, this entire time that the police had me, decked in the head while I was sleeping a couple times. Or something like that. Hi, Seagull. She is trying to get attention. All kinds of attention. She's gonna go for the garbage. So, anyway. Right now, my only option that has been left is to seek asylum in another country again. I should have done it earlier. I didn't fully understand everything that was going on when I was talking about seeking asylum because everything was crazy. I had my head being beaten while I was sleeping and all these other things that were happening, almost as if I was being threatened because I'm a witness to something. I was going through that type of stuff, and I didn't know why. I flat out didn't know why. I didn't remember the stuff that's happened. I didn't remember things that had happened to me. And now I can remember some things. And I don't even think I remember everything. And it's hard because I don't even want to blame this on Ryan. Like, there's a piece of me that really doesn't want to, but there's no excuse for these charges to still exist. There's absolutely zero excuse for a first world country that's supposed to be a democracy to have these charges still exist, and everything else that's been happening. There's no excuse for the terminal building being burned down. There's no excuse for people being murdered. There's no excuse for me to have charges. There's no excuse for all the human rights violations. There's no excuse for my seizures. There's no excuse for my head injuries. It's just none of it. None of it. This isn't normal. And everybody's acting like I'm supposed to just act like this is normal. And if I act upset, then that means that I'm mentally ill. I don't know what to do anymore. I saw some people going to walk on the ferry that have repeatedly done things to make me feel like they're trying to make me go to jail. And they're probably part of the smear campaigns. And they just went over on the ferry to the other side. There's no buses running right now. Right now, like, the only thing I could do is, like, wait until I could get buses down to Seattle to go to the passport office. And there might be, like, an embassy or something like that to go to try and figure out, like, what options there are to seek asylum somewhere. It's not something I want to do. But I don't see it even being possible that it's safe to go to the jail. Like, I just don't. They already have done so much to me. And now I also figured out about the human trafficking lady. I started remembering her and her shit. She was trying to insert herself into the peace and justice movement, but she stuck out with like a sore thumb because she doesn't believe in any of the stuff in the peace and justice movement. So she kind of stuck out. Like, I think a lot of people thought she was some sort of law enforcement, like a federal agent of some sort or something, but she actually was a human trafficker and like a smuggler. And so she has had pull in with the city council and county council type of people, and different, not environmental organizations so much, but like, social justice type of stuff. Not very much pull because she's not really an activist, but she's sort of like, back when we had city council that was like really active in the community and really believed in things in the community, which we don't have as much anymore. Like, I feel like she was kind of known, and I don't know how much of this she could be doing behind the scenes, because it was her and a group of other people who were doing the smear campaign that I was schizophrenic in the peace and justice movement and the social justice movement. They were the ones that were trying to get people to think that I was schizophrenic so that they would isolate me and not allow me to be in their stuff anymore, and not believe anything that was happening to me prior to them having me kidnapped. So she's still out because she showed herself to me and was smiling and everything, like she was really asking to get beat up. But I just sat there and didn't do anything. So I know she's still around, and I feel like her attitude and behavior tells me that she may still be trafficking people. She may still be kidnapping people. not prostitution, but actually like literally kidnapping people. And yeah. I don't know how much pull she has right now. So that's what's going on right now. I don't know what other options there are. There's supposed to be bench warrants, but there's like 6 or 7 of them because I have all these false charges. And I know that I probably said this earlier, but like the police officer that refused to report the dude that was trying to run me over with the whole U-Haul incident, which might have been Ryan years ago, that same police officer is the one that showed up at when I got arrested this time 2 years ago. That was the same police officer that showed up and was telling people to lie about broken glasses and adding extra charges, and he added a malicious mischief charge that didn't have anything to do with anything, and it was supposedly broken glasses that never occurred or whatever, and he was trying to like get people to lie and coordinate that and all that kind of stuff. It was the same officer. Otherwise, I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't even know what to do. I'm like in a bad situation, and seeking asylum seems really fucking impossible to me. Like, it just seems insane. And yet, like, if I try to leave the state or something like that, and like, if I can even get through the night, which I probably can't, because they probably have people coming already. But even if I get through the night and I can get buses somewhere, like, if I leave the state, I still gotta figure out how to deal with this court stuff. It's not showing up on, when you look for it online, it doesn't show up. Like, find my court date, it doesn't show up. There's no court date. When I called the court office, they told me there was no court dates set. There's just bench warrants. But they're saying they don't see anything that's dismissed. So, what, are they gonna hold me indefinitely now because I've talked? Like, they don't even have a court date for anything? I don't know what their side of the story is right now. I don't know what they're telling people. I don't know, I don't even know what most of my charges are for. I mean, I know that the assault charges were me touching some people with plenty of warning, and them being in my face and hot and heated and telling me to punch them and stuff like that. Like, I know that. And I think that's 3 charges. And there's a trespass that I have not been told what it's for, but I would assume that it's for the library. But that's an assumption. Like, I've literally not even been told. And I think it's been 9 or 10 months or some shit. And I have not been told what the trespass is for. Which is another rights violation, I'm pretty damn sure. Because I think they're supposed to tell you where you were trespassed and why the charge occurred. Not just the charge name. And with municipal court in Bellingham, you only get the charge name. The lawyers won't tell you what it's for. They won't tell you what anything is. They just make the assumption that you already know. Which you don't always already know, because there's a lot of fucking people that go to jail falsely. Somebody makes up something. So, there's a lot more people showing up. It's New Year's Day and everything. This is the very first time I'm drinking a Monster this big. It's the very first time. There's like a lot of people. So I don't like, it would be better if I knew, you know, like what they were actually planning on doing and what they changed. They don't seem to have, I don't know, dude. I honestly, I don't know. It's so weird because like I'm sitting right here, like out in public, and nothing's happening to me. But that's like, these people aren't doing anything in public. They're like doing things through court, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. Like, it's not, they're not gonna kill me right here. They're gonna wait till I'm in jail or something like that. You know what I mean? Or they're just gonna imprison me for years on end for touching somebody with a piece of fabric. Because I really shouldn't have 7 charges. Like 6 charges, whatever the fuck it is. I don't even fucking know how many charges it is. My lawyer acted like he didn't even know how many charges it was, because I accidentally said something like 8 charges, and he like went on about 8 charges, and then he looked at the paperwork. He's like, "You don't have 8 charges." I'm like, "Yeah, like you don't even fucking know what I'm charged with." Like, it's been 2 years, dude. It's been 2 years. Like, I don't even know anymore. You don't even know anymore. That's weird how the waves just started coming in like that. That's weird. That is so weird. There's like no boats going by or anything. Last night I felt the earth move. Like just one sway like that. I was like, uh-oh, now we're gonna get an earthquake. Dude, what just happened? God is saying something. I'm just joking. I'd film over there, but the kids are over there. Ah! I freaking stood up on a bus yesterday, and my freaking, oh my god, never mind. So yeah, this is Port Townsend. Port Townsend. The whale bone thing is over there. The seagulls. Seagull says hello. Hello, seagull. This is the bag I'm using right now. And this one. This is a really long live, and I don't know what else to say at this point. I guess I have to get through the night. There's no buses, and I don't know what else to do. I really didn't want to piss people off, and I really didn't want to... I didn't want to do this. I honestly didn't want to fucking do this. But I don't see... The thing is that I don't see any way, shape, or form that this could possibly be something that the municipal court usually does with people, because I've seen so many people just get off when they're criminals. There are people that actually are known for going out and committing crime and shit. You know what I mean? Like, people that are drug addicts, people that are going out and doing shit. So, even if, like, I was sitting here trying to explain away and, like, make excuses and be like, I shouldn't talk about Ryan because I don't want to fucking upset Ryan, and I don't even want to fucking be enemies with Ryan and stuff like that. Like, I don't see any of I'm not seeing it, dude. I'm not seeing the other thing that this could be over. If there's something else, if there's some other reason why these people won't drop the charges, or start not violating my rights and stuff, you know, like, because normally, like, there's procedures in court, and you're supposed to not violate people's human rights. You're not supposed to violate people's constitutional rights and all that other shit. And normally in Bellingham, if somebody did violate rights, like, their case would normally be dismissed, because most criminals get their cases dismissed in Bellingham. Like, this is just not normal for somebody who has spent their entire lives trying to do everything right and make sure that they never do anything wrong. It's not normal for someone like me to have this many charges. It's like, it's not even close. It's not even close to normal. One charge would have been one thing. But I've never heard in my 40 years of living in Whatcom County of anybody ever dealing with this. Except for, I've heard of people being shoved under the bus who have been good people, but it's usually, you know, one charge. Which is usually a felony. Usually it seems like, it's not normal for these people to be piling on shit. Not in Bellingham. And I know that some of the situation probably has to do with people in the community doing things to try to harm me, and those people in the community don't make any sense if they don't have anything to do with Ryan. I can't. I mean, if they don't have, and it might not be Ryan, it might be somebody that's sort of in that scope of people or something. Like, it might not be Ryan himself, but it doesn't make sense. Some of it makes a tiny bit of sense, that some of these people literally would go around killing every homeless person. They really would. If it was legal, they would kill every homeless person without regard to any factors of, like, if it's me versus a street drunkie that's doing fentanyl every day. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand wanting to kill off all the fucking fentanyl junkies. I can understand that. Personally, I can understand that. But if you're going around and, like, acting like every homeless person needs to be killed off, like, that's kind of who I'm dealing with right now. So, yeah. I probably should go. I seriously did not plan on outing this much stuff. I didn't plan on outing this much stuff. I didn't plan on talking. I didn't plan on blabbing about any of it. I really didn't. But I don't, I don't see any other options. I just don't. I'm waiting around for people to act like they believe in human rights, and it's not happening. It's not happening. So I'm gonna go